All right, family. All right, we getting in here. Come on in, y'all. We are going to stream this live as well. So if you guys get kicked off the Zoom, I do have this. I'm going to double check and make sure I have it streaming on my Facebook. Yep. We are. I am going to, let me see if I can make someone a co-host to admit people. Okay. So we're streaming live from Facebook today. Guys, first of all, let me just share with you all why today is so dope for me. This is actually my I am anniversary. Hey, y'all, listen. So much has changed, guys, in a year. Come on, drop some sevens in the chat for your girl, for God's perfect number, because let me tell y'all something. One day at a time can definitely shift and change everything, right? And so today, what I wanted to share on this mentoring call, hey, Facebook, those of you that are tuning in, guys, this is just a glimpse into our Wisdom Wednesday, our mindset mentorship call that we do. Again, I'm Tashana Burrell, and I'm going to use this as my day 21. Yesterday, I did not go live because I was fasting from social media. Because today something great was going to happen, and the days after. So that's for y'all too, family. Those of you that are in the chat right now, I want you to start expecting the great. So what I'm going to have you do, if you're on live right now with me in Zoom, I want you to mute out so that Facebook don't hear all your business. So let's go ahead and mute out. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. There we go. All right, bet. So thank y'all for the love. 1 year in our Poverty Council journey. And guys, let me tell y'all the testimony that you are going to be able to see from me, from each and every one of y'all on here, my team, is Jesus did it. I need y'all to put that in the chat. I need y'all to understand. Every time somebody sees you and sees you winning, the response in your heart, in your spirit, need to be, yes, Carmel, Jesus did. Because it's just that kind of season. And so I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the slideshow. Y'all know how we do and how we get down. It is Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. And guys, this is the place where we pray, prosper, win, and duplicate. This is a place where we pray, prosper, win, and duplicate together, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, we already know the mission. We already know the vibes. As Team Royal Profits Wealth Circle, we are on a mission to demonstrate, duplicate, and dominate. What are we demonstrating? We're demonstrating leadership. We're demonstrating how you should walk in a space when you're given the opportunity to win daily, to win big. We're demonstrating to people how your character and your posture should be, whether you have power, money, or whatever kind of success comes your way. We're demonstrating what it looks like to walk different with wealth. Put some fives in the chat if you're going to walk different with wealth. You're not just getting the bag because you want to be selfish. You're not just getting the bag because you want to be greedy. No, you want to be a living, breathing replication of what it looks like to be a servant leader with millions. We're not intimidated by the word millionaire over here. And that's our mission, is to demonstrate what it looks like. And then when we get it, guys, each one reach one. What do? We reach back. We duplicate. That's our mission. That's why we go so hard. That's why Pip Game is talking how he talking on his Facebook. That's why Carmel is in the group letting people know, like, listen, you can definitely make your hourly wage in minutes. That's why, Melanie is coming in and making sure everybody she knows is connected and in the right space. Guys, we are duplicating, right? Because somebody reached back for us. I don't know about you, but if Tiana didn't reach back for me, if Jackie didn't hang on to me, if Camille and Marquita didn't snatch me up and take me to Dr. Jules' condo, like, I wouldn't be here, right? So we got to duplicate. That's the mission. And then the third one is once we can demonstrate, once we can duplicate, understand. Oh, my screen is black. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Let me make sure. All right, cool. Let me go ahead with this with the Zoom. Hold on. I can see it on Facebook, but y'all can't see it. So let me make sure y'all can see it. Can y'all see it now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, great. And I'm going to make sure it didn't mess up on my Facebook Live. Okay, cool. We good. We're good. All right. So remember, once we demonstrate, once we duplicate, now wherever God places us, we can dominate. So put some 5s in the chat if you feel it in your belly, if you know that this is your time and this is your turn, that you didn't just become a day trader. You just didn't become an investor just because it's going to impact your house. It starts in your house. But how many people just feel like, you know, I just was called to bigger? You might have been the black sheep in your family in the beginning, but when it's all said and done, you're going to end up being the GOAT. Period. Right? So that's what we are about. So for all of our new members, and even those that are watching, like that's why we have these Wednesdays, because we have to remind ourselves that it's bigger than us. Period. And one of the things that we stand on for those of you that are new, like I said, I got to pull this up and make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. And if you don't see a team member on here, drop the link in the Facebook Messenger so they can get in this. But what we stand on, guys, for those of you that are new, we believe in manifestation, and we don't just speak manifestation like it's your season. No, manifestation for us is a birthright. We manifest daily. As a team, we stand on Joshua 1:8. We believe that when we meditate on the word and at the law, that it will cause us to be a great success and prosper. So every call, guys, we give everybody the opportunity to create or to say their I am statement. And the reason why we do that is because we have to remind ourselves, because faith comes by hearing. Whatever you hear the most, you will become, you will believe, right? But also we need to announce to the atmosphere, because how many people know that when you get up, from the time your feet hit the floor, there's an enemy that want to see you fall. He don't want to see you rise. He don't want to see you rise and grind. He wants to see you fall and fail. So every day you get up, you need to speak to the atmosphere. You need to be saying I am statements. You need to be writing your affirmations. And then what's going to happen is those statements that you speak, that you say, that you see, then they're going to master and manifest in your 5 senses. You're going to start to see that you are a kingdom ambassador that teaches people the principles of wealth and success and travel the world. You're going to be able to see that. It's going to manifest, right? You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to taste it. You're going to touch it, child. It's a whole video on it. I break it down. But for those of you that are here today, if you have an I am statement, okay, that I am going to allow you to go ahead and announce yourself to the atmosphere. Is anybody here want to announce themselves? The floor is yours.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
That's it. Well, for those who don't know, I am Alicia Danae, also known as the Oily Crypto Queen, but I am a former member of the middle class, right? I am a kingdom millionaire traveling the world alongside my mentor, Tashana Burrell, teaching people the financial principles of wealth while still managing a household, being a wife and a mother of 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
I'm about to say that back to my I own several businesses, several multi-figure businesses, where set people free from a non-traditional lifestyle.
Come and get your brother.
That are mutually beneficial to help and push me into purpose. I love my family, my family loves me, and we win together. Period.
Hey, man, let's go. Put some 7s in the chat for Alicia. Period. Period. Anybody else want to announce who they are? I am statements. Take him, Ava. Tell daddy to get on the call. Take him.
Also, hi, I'm Carmel Control. I'm also known as the Money Coach. I have a kingdom that is an empire of billion dollar.
Oh, Alicia. Period. Anybody
Through avenues of people and family, and they too will build their kingdom. I am a kingdom builder. I motivate others to not accept the lies that society will have us to believe. We are sovereign co-creators. I am.
Let's go. I hear you, man. She said she got a kingdom and an empire. I love it. Anybody else want to announce who they are? We got time for one more, and then we're going to get into today's mentorship lesson. Anybody else? Awesome. All right, then, guys. Well, you already know who I am. Come on, Carmel. That's what I'm talking about. I am Tashana Burrell, former member of the middle class. I am a kingdom ambassador. I travel the world teaching people the principles of wealth and success. I drive a white Range Rover with license plates God's PG. I drive a black BMW crossover with license plates Blessed PG. My boat's name, my yacht, is called God's Glory. The hand of God is in all that I do, and the favor of God accelerates me. You understand? Y'all better come on in here. I attract the right relationships to help me prosper, and I pour in and out into millionaires and future billionaires daily. I'm forever strengthened, grateful for every opportunity that God gives me to pour into his people. I am tasked to create 300 kingdom multimillionaires, and it is done. I will impact the lives of at least 300 families in 2021. Let's go. So what are we talking about today, guys? I'm so excited about the lesson today. And we're going to talk about winning. If you know me, guys, you know I am big on winning. I'm a sports girl. I'm the point guard. All my analogies be either about food or basketball or some kind of game. Come on, somebody, put some twos in the chat if you didn't figure that out. But I love winning, and especially right now in an environment and in a society where they trying to like shun winning and a winning attitude. Oh, everybody wins. It's about participation, right? But I'm so passionate about winning because I realize that my place in the kingdom has created me victorious already. And so when the odds, or what appears to be the odds, are stacked against you, you have to have a posture to show up and win every day. And it just so happens that the space that we are in, guys, it is easy to get caught up in the numbers. It is easy to get caught up and look at our failures and forget that you are a winner. So if you believe you are a winner, whether you're watching on Facebook or you're watching right here, or you're in our private Zoom, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you truly believe that you are a winner, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And so now, those of you that are listening today, the word that I want to share with you this week is win no matter what. Jesus, I feel this in my shana. I'm going to try not to preach to y'all today. But that right there just wanted to make me cry. That right there alone, I want to shed a tear. Because I don't have to know each and every one of y'all's story personally to know that you had to fight to get here. All my life I had to fight. That's going to keep me from crying, quoting movies. But I'm sure each and every one of you has something that you survived. Put a 2 in the chat if you survived something. Put a 2 in the chat if you've been overlooked. People counted you out countless of times. If people tend to, just take you even for granted. Oh, that's just Melanie. She's so sweet. Oh yeah, Nikki, she'll do it. Okay. Oh no, I don't think Avery, I don't think he's capable of doing that. No. He has a lot of potential, but he's a team player, so we'll just stick him here. So what I'm saying tonight is, regardless of whatever it took you to become the you are today, you had to fight, you had to get there, you had to claw. But now that you have accepted the responsibility of the blessing that landed in your lap. Because how many know this blessing just straight up landed in our lap, y'all? Period. 2020 was the setup for the biggest breakthrough and blessing you ever gonna see. If 2020 did not position you for the acceleration that's coming in 2021, baby, I need you to go back in that closet and I need you to ask God to redeem the time so you can get caught up. Because 2020, although it separated you from the world, it should have brought you in right alignment and communion with what God has for you and your purpose. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So I need you to understand that everything you got through and the things that are coming before you, because there is a big blessing in your lap, I need you to win no matter what. Family, when the charts start looking wavy and crazy, I need you to remind yourself to win no matter what. When your spouse don't quite understand why you up, why you traveling, why you got all these new friends, why you done cut off some people in the world, I need you to remind yourself to win no matter what. What am I talking about? WIN is an acronym. I created my own winning formula, right? But the W is willing to work. You got to be willing to work. And I'm going to talk about what your work is. You have to, when you're going to have that win, no matter what, you got to understand the importance of your influence and your impact. See, some of you guys are taking who you are, you taking you for granted. You don't even realize how big you are. You don't even realize what's in you. You don't even realize the people that are watching you. Yes, you, boo. Let me see who's watching on Facebook. Yes, you, Liz. Yes, you, Lewis. Yes, you, Tiff. Yes, you, Dylan. You don't even know. So your influence is going to create the impact. So don't take it for granted. Win no matter what. And then never quit. We're going to bring that out today. Never. Never. Ever quit. And let's talk about your what. Win no matter what, the W. No matter who. No matter who don't believe in you. I need somebody to get this. I need somebody that's watching Facebook to get this too. I need you to win. Be willing to work. Be willing to influence. Never quitting. No matter who believe in it. Somebody need to just say that over themselves right now. It doesn't matter that they don't see it. Because they never saw it. It doesn't matter that they don't see it. Because they never saw it, meaning God didn't give it to them to see. It doesn't matter that they don't see you as the millionaire you are. It doesn't matter. Because they didn't see what God showed you. He showed it to you. It doesn't matter if they don't get why they should be doing this with you right now. They never saw this before. Doesn't matter if they don't want to join and be a part of your investing team or group. They've never saw this physically before. So no matter what, no matter who believes you, sis, win anyway. No matter who comes up against you, bruh, win anyway. The second part of your what is the H. No matter how bad it gets. I'm talking about no matter how bad it gets, you got to understand the resistance. The resistance comes, right? The resistance comes before the breakthrough. Period. Sometimes it got to get low. You got to get real low. But let me tell you something. The lower you get, the higher you're projected to go. Every time it get bad, I don't know what it is or why I think about a slingshot or I think about a rubber band. But every time I think about that rubber band and how it stretch, I know that the further I get pulled back, I know that the lower I get, the higher I'm projected to go. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so you want to get to the place, that's right, that you use that bad time as a springboard. You got to use it as a springboard and not a sofa. Meaning you can't just lie down just because it get bad. Oh, you don't understand the chart? Oh, you don't know how to copy and paste. It's not coming right yet. That's a springboard. That's not a place to lay down. See, what the enemy will do is he will whisper in your ear and tell you that you can't, you won't. This ain't for you. What you done done? You done let her talk. Oh, she speaks so well. She done spoke you into this situation. Nah. Can I just be very clear? I didn't speak y'all into nothing. I prayed y'all here, and some of y'all prayed for it. I only asked God to connect me to the people that want the wealth transfer that he called to me. Some of you all were like me. You were praying for an opportunity, and then it came. And you leaped off into faith. Period. So no matter how bad it gets, I love that, Carmel. Thank you. Springboard. It's not a sofa. It's not time for you to rest. It's not time for you to lay down and quit. It's too many people behind you. Your what? The A is the attitude. No matter how you feel. I need somebody to write this down. My feelings and my finances cannot be married. Let me tell y'all something. You cannot marry your feelings with your finances. Because you feel like going and buy that Louis Vuitton bag because you just got that $1,400 stimulus. Because you feel like you should probably take that trip instead of paying them bills. Because you don't feel like opening up that chart and doing the markups. You got to understand that feelings and finances do not mix. Especially when you are an investor, especially for many of you, we are traders. Feelings cannot be involved. Okay? Period. Y'all got me? So no matter your attitude, you cannot allow your feelings, your frustration to talk you out of the blessing. Win anyway. Win anyway. You lost the trade, bounce back. There's no feelings there. Baby, it's just money. Somebody need to write that in the chat. It's just money. Somebody listening to me right now like, she talking about it's just money, child. That's how you know money got too much control over you. Let me tell you something. Money is a servant. I don't serve it. I treat it like the tool it is. I use it to step on stuff. That's why it's attracted to me. When I cared about it so much, that's when I couldn't have it. Let me just talk to the sisters real quick that had a mama that told them, don't you ever chase no man. If you chase him, he'll walk all over you. Anybody ever had somebody tell them something like that? Had a mama, a sister, an auntie, a cousin that tried to get him the game real quick? Put a one in the chat. The more you chase that man, and maybe nobody didn't tell you, maybe it was a hard lesson you had to learn. But the more you wanted him and the more you held on to him and the more you tried to make life right for him, he just didn't want to stay. What they say, trying to keep somebody that don't want to be kept. Listen, money don't want to be kept, honey. Money don't want to be kept. That's why so many people are broke right now, because they're hoarding it. Money is a seed meant to be in rotation. It's supposed to be moving. When it stands still, it loses value and people get lost in it. So you have people that stick money in the floorboards or in their cupboards or under their beds and all of that stuff. And their money is not growing. It is not creating interest. It's not moving. It's standing still. It's meant to be flown. It's meant to be given. That's why we give. That's why you can't serve man. What it say? Man and mammon. All right. Okay. I see y'all. People don't realize they be serving mammon when they be holding that thing so tight. Okay. So your attitude got to change towards it. You got to understand, you got to win no matter what the time or the season. Understand, life is all about peaks, hills, and valleys, and mountaintops. You got to understand, no matter the time or the season, you have to be a winner. I found that I'm the biggest winner in my lowest days. The hardest time to go hard and where most people lose is when they on top. You got to look to win even when you winning big. The mentality still has to be, I can keep winning. When you winning, you tend to want to stop and get lazy. When you're losing, you tend to want to be pitiful and not try. That's why winning has to be intentional no matter the time or the season you find yourself in. Is this helping somebody? I need y'all to win no matter what. So let's break down this win. Let's break down this work. Let me check my time. Cool. 6:33. All right. Perfect. So let's break down win. The W in win stands for work. It stands for work. And a lot of times people think that I mean, you know, you got to put in the work. You got to grind. You got to go hard to win it. No. The W in my win stands for work. That means your work. What did God call you to do? Right? What did he call you to do? 1 second. Can somebody close this door? Come close this door. So what did God call you to do? Okay. Remember I said you have to be willing to work. And this is what people don't understand when we talk about the will. And let's just go here real sidebar. The will of God. The will of something is the original intent of the manufacturer who sent it. So when you are in the will or you are in alignment, that means the original intent for something. You are walking in the original intent. See, if we're going to win, we have to be willing, meaning we are aligned with our original intent to do our work. What is your work? Your work is your purpose. See, you got to operate in purpose no matter what. You have to be willing to work. And so people don't understand, but the first command of God was work. The first thing he gave, before he gave money, before sin entered the world, he gave Adam work first. That lets you know that if you are here, there's a work for you to do. Put a 1 in the chat. God doesn't send you without a work. And we just got through with Easter, right? And we understand he finished everything on the cross. God, the manufacturer, doesn't send anything out the factory without it being finished. You didn't get your iPad, you didn't get your iPhone, meaning to put it together. All of its functions, all of its parts, all of the little things, it's stuff in your iPhone today you still don't know how to do, but it's in there. It's work. It is not sent to you broken. It is not sent to you half done. It is sent to you with its original intent, working how it needs to work. All you got to do is figure out how to use it. That's the same thing for us. He sent us here with work in us. That's why you got to be aligned, because you got to know your original intent. So the first command of God was work. He brought Adam here. He gave him work. His job was to name all the plants. And so when you research that word work, it comes from the word egeron, which means become. So to work, and if I say I'm working, what I'm really saying is I'm becoming. See, work is not what you do, it's what you manifest or what you become. We all have to figure out who we are meant to become and start to do our work. See, y'all thought y'all got here and y'all are part of Team Royal Profits, Wealth Circles, because sis gonna show me the bag, money mom gonna give me some money. Nope. This money is gonna fund your work. It's gonna make it easy for you so you don't have to get stuck on a job to pay you. Because that job is taking your most valuable resource. and that's your time. It's your time that you need in order to develop and figure you out. I couldn't figure me out working behind the desk. Even though I was helping people, I felt trapped. The worker in me was trapped by the job. Let me tell you why it's so important that you become. See, becoming is like, and I put this here, we all come here with everything inside of us. You don't have to tell a tree. You know, if you look at a mango seed, you don't have to tell that mango seed to become a tree. When you plant it, it's going to become. It's going to do its work necessary to become. You don't have to tell a bird to fly. When it begins to fly, you can see it's doing what it was originally created to do. It is living out its work. That's the same thing for you. You have to realize that many times God will plant you places to help bring out your work. And he will also plant people in your life to help develop your work. And that's right, Carmel. You said the enemy wants to confuse us about who we are. That's right. See, what the enemy wants to do is not only confuse you about who you are, but he wants to confuse you about the relationships that are called to help you become. That's why so many people that come in and go out, when people are assigned to me, I know when they're assigned to me, I will fight for the relationship, but I will also pray that God, you reveal and show them. Because sometimes the enemy will try to break the connection any way he can. And that doesn't necessarily mean we have bad fallouts, but sometimes like with trading, he might make it so you be feeling like, man, this just ain't for me right now. I don't know. I'm too busy. I just can't find the time. Because he understands that if I can get her plucked away, if I can unplant her in this good ground, and I can place her back on them thorny seeds, on those stony grounds, and she'll never become. He'll never become. And so it's your work that helps you to operate in your gift. One's in the chat if y'all feel me, y'all. Now, see, there's nothing wrong with a job. Okay? Unless that job is trapping you. Okay? And people, it's our interpretation of a job. Because a job is not the same as your work. Jobs, you know, it's the first thing we're taught. Get a job. So you can do what? Earn a living. So that you can get that weekly, monthly, bi-weekly check. It's fixed, right? So many of us are in that job and we like a bird caged. We want to fly. We want to do our work. But the comfortability and the fixed assignment of the job will soon eat that time up. And we are so far from our work because now it's the job and the responsibilities that we have. That's why we can't really detach our feelings from our money. Because we're always feeling inadequate because our job never gives us the fulfillment of what our work could. The wrong things first. That's right. And so when you're in that fixed environment, you have to understand, guys, and I need you to write that down. Fixed is not faith. So many of us are on a fixed mindset. It is hard for faith to break through. Yes, you love God, you do. But there's something that is ingrained with you that is so fixed, you can't even operate in faith. Faith is fearful to you. So if somebody offer you something that's going to stop that, you finna stop my disability. I can't try that right now. It's going to cut my disability. I can't do that right now. I'm making $15 an hour right now. I don't know. You talking about, Alicia talking about you to make $15 in 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. But many times things that will draw you towards your work will pull you away from fixed environments. And so then you have to question, am I looking to be deployed? Or am I going to be safe and comfortable becoming employed? And I'm not pro, not a job, but I understand that many of us, especially that those of us that are kingdom driven, especially those that are passionate, that there's a work that must be done. And as long as you have priorities and you understand that it is your work, it is your position, and it is your purpose that will eventually outpay you. And that job, maybe it has to fund your faith journey, but don't get fixed there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, and I'm not saying that your job can never be your work. Okay. Sometimes you can have a job where you are becoming, meaning it is something that is contributing to enhancing your work. So for instance, I had a job as a varsity basketball coach. I had a job as, at the same time, I had a job as a case manager for women 18 to 65 that were going through what was called a second chance program. And they were women that got in trouble with the law. Some of them were drug addicted. Some of them were, felons and stuff like that. And they were fighting to get their kids back. And I had to work with them. And much of what I'm doing right now, I would be pouring into them. I was 22. I would have ladies 63, 68 calling me Miss T. Some of them still to this day. At the same time, I had young ladies 18 to 14, I was coaching in basketball, but giving them life principles. I had no idea that job was helping me develop in my work. That God called me to people, to build people. Even though my job was to make sure they were okay, it was really preparing me and developing me for my work, for what I'm doing right now. I've always been a coach. Put a 1 if you understand what I'm saying. The greatest example I could show you is Jesus said this. He said, I come to do the work of him that sent me. Right? I come to do the work of him that sent me. Now, Jesus' job was a carpenter, but his work was to redeem. When it was time for him to walk away and do his work, he did it without question. As a matter of fact, when he was 12 years old, he knew his work. He 12 years old, he was in the synagogue for like 3 days. His mom and them like, hey boy, he like, woman, don't you know I got to do the work of my father? Now, I love this, y'all. Pastor Ty said, y'all know that's the last time y'all heard Jesus talk till he was 33. He said he was talking back to his mama. He said, you don't hear nothing else about what Jesus said from 12 until 33. He said his mama knocked the mess out of him like, woman. So I thought that was funny. But honestly, when it's time to do your work, you have to pay attention to the things that are trapping you. And some stuff is not the job. Some stuff is the things that appear to be important and urgent, but they're inflicting or they're negatively impacting your ability to work. I was getting negatively. I was trying to homeschool, do my business, pour into all of that. And it was like, bruh, I know y'all gonna think I'm a whole bad parent and all, but I'm gonna need to go ahead and send them to school. I gotta be smarter. You understand? I got work to do. It's not about a check. It's about the call on my life, right? And I need to see, and my kids need to see me doing work. Period. All right, let's get into this influence. Let me see where we at for time. Cool, 13 minutes. 13 minutes left. The dreams, that's right, Mel. That is right, Carmel. We taught from young. We're programmed to think that dreams aren't meant to be, but those dreams are meant to come true. That's what she said. That's so right. That's so right. So now we understand our work. Understand that your work will position you. And when you begin to walk in your work, it will position you to become an influencer. Like the world and took influencer and Instagram to a whole nother level, but that's something that God gave us from the beginning. And so once you begin to become good with your gifts, when you discover who you are, how many people in the chat, like 5s in the chat, if you got a, you got a kind of good idea about who you are and your purpose. Kind of you get in there, you like, I kind of feel it. I'm a little comfortable, right? Yes, yes. So now what you have to do is that you have to pay attention to the things that are meant to sharpen you and the people that are meant to sharpen you. God gives us mentors. He gives us leadership. He drops us right relationships. These are all, when it says iron sharpen irons, nothing is by happenstance, especially when you know you're aligned, right? Tools in the chat if you know that you are aligned. You're in the right place at the right time, right? So when you are there, you have to pay attention to the things that he's giving you to work your work. For me, my assignment is to make sure I help you work your work every Wednesday. I'm a tool. What other tools do you have? I like how in the chat the other day, Nisa was like, hey, y'all, I need some love. That chat, it's a tool to help you work your work. But guess what? The enemy will be on the other side of that chat telling y'all, oh, you just got here. They know each other. They done been doing this. You don't got to say that. Don't ask that question. You sound silly. That's why I love Melanie. Listen, Melanie gonna ask it. It don't matter. She like, is the sky purple today, y'all? Oh, never mind. I see it. I had my glasses on. It's still blue. All right. I don't care what it is. Melanie gonna be in that chat. And we have to be there, but also like Nisa brought up a good point, that interaction too. That interaction is everything. This is new to you all. This is new and it's intimidating. And so use everything you have in there to communicate. Use the other chats with the larger organization to work your work, to sharpen you. Use the tools, the demo account, the live account, all of it. It's your work to work you, right? Work your work. One of the things that's going to come with influence to impact, okay, is separation. When you get sharpened, the sharper you become, the more separated you become. Meaning you begin to look a little different. And the separation comes voluntarily and involuntarily. So there's some voluntary separation where people will, put that finger up. I got to check out. They gonna leave voluntarily. There's some voluntary separation with you. You're gonna see some stuff like, you know what, for where I'm headed, I really can't do that. I really can't afford that. Like I tell people, and I had to tell one of my friends, I had to apologize because I was in her wedding and I literally had dropped the ball. I'm like, look, I'm not used to not being good at stuff, but the season that I'm in right now, I don't know if I'm going to be a very good friend. Like I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I'm present. But where I'm at right now, I'm close. I'm close. And I promise you, I will make it up. I will make it up. Trips on me. But just know, I just got for a season. Can you sacrifice me for a season? Like some of y'all need to have some real conversations with friends, with families. And some of it is probably not even it's going to be unspoken, but can you sacrifice me for a season? because I got to go somewhere. And let me tell you, your destiny will determine your friendships. See, success is very predictable. Success requires separation. Success is predictable and failure is predictable. But with success, it requires some form of separation. You got to let go of some stuff, some people, some places, and some things, because your destiny will determine if I'm going to be a millionaire. Let's keep it plain and simple. You can't be associated with broke people. I don't care if they're your day 15, your day 1. I know you knew me back then. But my relationships are not predicated on the old me, because first of all, the first thing you want to throw up in my face when I do better is when you knew me back when. So if I'm going somewhere, my destiny determines the friendships. I love you, but not this season. That doesn't mean I'm going to be mean to you. That doesn't mean I'm going to be rude to you. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. That just means I don't do the same things I used to do. Because if you do the same things you used to do, you're going to continue to get what you used to get. And I want to get something different. Put a 5 in the chat if you're trying to get something different. See where we at. Yes. So then, baby, you just got to do something different. Now, once you get that separation, woo-wee, that's when the influence comes. Because for some of y'all, listen, I'm going to get real close. For some of y'all, people that you know, the relationships, the friendships, the employees, the cousins, the mothers, the parents, the daddies, they can't see you because they that close up on you. You see what I'm saying? They smack dab right up on you, so they can't see you. So the more you separate, the more they get to see you in a different view. The more you pull away, they start to see, oh, look at the money mom. Oh, look at Tashana Burrell. Oh, look at the money coach, Carmel Cottrell. Look at Nikki. Look at Melanie. Oh, that's who she is. And guess what? When you separate from the comfort, you will be seen for your crowd. There's a crowd of people that are waiting and watching, but you got to get in full view, right? And so once that separation, then the influence comes. See, people follow success. When you begin to separate yourself and work on you and you let the work, then the success will come. See, you cannot become successful without influence. Get you together and then separate yourself. And God said, that's why he said, if I be lifted up, I will draw. When he lifts you up, it's going to draw the influence. And the influence is going to bring the success. And when you have the success, now you can make the impact. I don't care how wise you are. I don't care how much talent you got. Even if you super duper anointed. It's about being positioned to influence that creates the impact. There's a Proverbs that said there was a man, the wisest man in the world could not save his country because he did not have the riches. What is that saying? That's not talking about you got to have money, but what it is he didn't have the influence because he didn't have the position. Some of the best people, and this is why it's a church that I go and I preach to all the time, like they so anointed. And the Lord will always give me messages like, y'all got to come out. It's time for y'all to come out. It's time for y'all to come out. It's time for y'all to get out. And now these mugs is going because they were hid. That's why the Bible says, what it talk about that light on the hill, the city on the hill can't be hid. Some of y'all got lights and y'all in y'all closet. Y'all got so much in y'all hiding under the bed. You got to get in a position. So the people that God called you, Isaiah 55:5, say, I will summon nations that you knew not. It's some people you don't know that's waiting for you to show up. I need you to win no matter what so you can show up. And the last part of our win, so we got a willingness to do our work. We're going to influence and impact. And the last part, never give up. Shout out to Coach Grandpa, worked with me for years. He said my 7 words, never give up, never, ever give up. 7 words. Listen, I'm celebrating a whole year in this space today. And the only reason why I'm here, and I will be here, like my mentor says, till the rapture, is because when I came in this space, I didn't have a plan B. For me, this was either gonna work or it's gonna work. Like, that's the posture y'all gotta have. We are dealing with a $6.6 trillion a day space. There's no company that you could work for that has that salary cap. There's no position, no CEO, no EFO, no OOOs, none of them. Our salary cap daily is $6.6 trillion a day. You mean to tell me you're not going to get up and shoot your shot today and it ain't nobody to tell you you can't have it? For my super saints, I will open up a window and pour you out blessings you won't have room enough to receive every day. His mercies and his grace renew every morning. He resets a $6.6 trillion a day opportunity. It's either going to work or it's going to work. I done made it through worse stuff than figuring out how to use this phone. I done made it through worse stuff than figuring out how to follow these steps. I done made it through worse stuff than sitting down and watching somebody tell me how to do exactly what they did to get the millions that I'm watching them trade with. It ain't no plan B for me. It was not no 3 months and I'm going to see what it do and try and taste it and all. It wasn't no, I'm not very good at sharing it. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. It was, that's another way to bring in income. Okay. Because I've told people about worse. I've introduced people to the nightlife. I got cousins, friends, sisters, brothers out there still in the world. I didn't introduce people to worse. What? Thank you, Carmel, my whole story. So for me, it's either going to work or it's going to work. And listen, that's not just even with trading, guys. That's with anything in life. We have to win no matter what. You can't think, no, it's no plan Bs. Plan Bs, B for me stand for broke. Because if I create the plan B, that means I don't have full confidence in plan A. And I'm not going to go all the way hard as I could, because I know I got this backup. So it might leave me broke. It's going to leave me broken. Because if my plan A don't work out, my plan B is going to remind me that plan A didn't work out. So I'm going to feel broken and brokenhearted. Why did I listen to them? Why did I do that? What? So it ain't no plan B for me, y'all. It might be for you. That's fine. But when I came in here and whatever it is, when God gives something to me, see, I don't play around with that. When I know God gave something to me, I don't just go and say it yesterday. And I know when God gives something, it ain't always roses. God put Moses in Pharaoh's castle, raised him up. It was great. Positioned him there. He was already an outcast from birth. Then fooled around and allowed him to kill somebody. Spent at least 40 years doing something else. Then you're going to raise me up and be a leader of these people that really don't want me. Make me look crazy writing on stone? We ain't got no paper. You want me to write on stone? You done turned my beard white. Then I'm going to tell all these people you finna free us. and we get trapped between a whole sea and an army. But when we think God called us for something, it's, it's just going to be, ooh, he's on down the heavenly road. Who else he gave something to that it wasn't no work involved? He done told Abraham and Sarah, they in their 90s. Sarah laughing. Have a baby, what? Good day. Everybody he ever positioned. So when people come to me and they like, this has been God, I be like, all right, I hope you're going to work this thing. If it was really him. You got to fight on your hand, because if he sent it, that means the devil is going to try to kill it, steal it, and destroy it. You better be ready to make it work or work. It's always just his plan. That's why God says all things work together for the good. I don't have to have a plan B, because I just got his plan. And I got Romans 8:28. Even when I fumble the play, I still win. Y'all, we gonna fumble some plays, but guess what? We still win. So what you do is, when it's work or work, don't give yourself an out. I need everybody tonight to write down your desires. What do you desire here? Because if you desired it, that means he gave it to you. I need you to write your desires out. I need you to keep it with you in your wallet. And when it gets tough, I need you to pull that list of the stuff that you want. Because I promise you, those aren't things that you just thought of today. Those are things that came with you from the manufacturer. It was already in you. And if they're in you, they're already finished. He just needs you to believe them so that you can manifest them. Don't give yourself an out. You have a desire. Every day, make a decision and start. Then be disciplined enough to finish it. No matter what it is, but even in this space, make a decision every morning. I'm going to start. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And go at your own pace. Go at your pace. God got you. Do what it takes. If it's going to work or it's going to work, you got to do what it takes. Be not slothful in business. This is business, y'all. Whoo, this is business, and God mean business over here. The last thing is, you got to remember who you are, y'all. If this is going to work, or it's going to work every day, when I have my hardest days, I have to sit back and I got to think like, you've come so far. You've overcome so much. Is this the thing that's going to take you out? I think not. If you can overcome that, you can overcome this. You overcame all of that before you even knew God. So I'm not going to lay down now that I know. If that didn't kill me and I was operating on my own strength, this ain't going to kill me. All right, God, I need you to show up today. I need you to go ahead and regulate my mind for me. I need you to go ahead and give me some. I need you to send me somebody. Ask for what you want every morning, guys. Ask for your assistant. Ask for your helpers. Call them forth. Period. Remember who you are. It's going to work or it's going to work. You got to understand, guys, we are 3% of 97% of people. 3% of people. 3% of the population are investors. You guys are investing in cryptocurrency, in commodities. You understand? In gold, in silver, Some of us in oil wells, in diamond mines. Some of y'all gonna get there. In currencies, in stocks. You're an investor. That's only 3% of the population. So when you want to get hard on yourself, or you want to be like, man, understand, you cut from a different cloth. 97% of the population say, I'm straight. But you had something that was in you and said, no, I'm bigger. I'm bolder. I was placed here for more. This 3% is a part of 5% of the population that controls 95% of the wealth. So when everybody on your block or at your job or in your church is shouting about the wealth transfer, but not really getting in position to put the work in, they got the faith for it, but they don't have the work behind it. Realize you are part of that 3% that's putting the work in. Faith without works is what? Then I want you to look at another number. 99% versus 1. 1% of the population actually has multiple streams of income. Do you think if only 1% of the population is doing it, that it's an easy feat? But look, Carmel, Marnisha, Melanie, Nikki, Nisa, Virgil, Avery. You guys are 1%ers. Every day ain't gonna be roses. But guess what? We've positioned ourselves to win no matter what. Period. So I need us all to continue to get in position and stay there. Period. Period. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if you're ready to be in position. So we are just above our hour, guys. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So 7's in the chat if this was valuable tonight. Did we get some value? Those of you that are watching on Facebook, if this was valuable tonight, you got good notes. We're going to win no matter what. Go ahead and put them. Yes, 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 yes. So right now, I don't know if Avery can hear me, but we're going to go ahead and Avery, I don't know if you're able to close us out. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, thank you guys for tuning in. Day 21, win no matter what.